Hey everyone, how are we doing? My name is Tim Pongrez and this is Focus on Detailing. Today's video is all about the BMW getting a few little mods done. I've been waiting for this day forever. It's been in the works for quite some time now, and I've asked a lot of people and done a lot of research on where's the best place to get a tune and some downpipes fitted. It's nothing too drastic, but hopefully going to give the car a little bit more oomph. How do you give a car more oomph? But anyway, this is going to give the car more oomph. I've been making a few calls and eventually settled for the place where I'm heading right now. It's an hour and a half away and it actually came recommended from a mate. They impressed me immediately as, not like the other places, these people knew exactly what they were talking about when I brought up my car. You know what would be so bad if I travelled all this way and I actually forgot my downpipes? I'm actually just going to double check. Now I think I recall me saying in a previous video that I wasn't going to modify my car, but I can't really think of an excuse. I just want more BMW out of my BMW, if that makes sense. I'm going to be asking the people there if I can get a little bit of footage so I can get some a bit of an insight during the modification stage. I'm sorry if I seem abnormally tired. I'm not really a morning person. I'm really concentrating on the road, which doesn't really make sense when I'm talking to a camera at the same time. Probably not the best decision to be making. So just in case you didn't see them before on the social media pages, there's my pipes there. All set to go. Thank goodness I didn't forget them. I'm at the place now and I'm just waiting for them to open up.
I'm just a second person ordering this stuff, so I'll just give you the part numbers and you can deal with it from there, right?
Okay guys, I'm back in my accommodation, obviously, and it's reasonably comfy here. Comfy enough for me to have my nap, which I just got woken from by the guys that are working on my car. They called me up to explain that basically one of the Catless Downpipes in particular, they're having trouble fitting. It's I guess up against some of the other components up there and will cause vibrations basically, which is really what I don't want. So they called me up letting me know that basically they're going to have to mold that pipe in particular to make it fit. And I said, that's just fine, do what you need to do to make it work. So I appreciate the fact that they let me know and keeping me informed with what's happening. So after this, hopefully all that needs to be done is the complete ECU remat, back on the dyno run, then hopefully I can pick it up.
When I let you go, I just pull you closer. I can't understand where it came from.
About 140 newton meters.
Alright,
Pretty solid.
that's good.
Peak power so far, I've just got a limiter coming in on it again. But
Okay.
Peak power is 270 kilowatt now.
Yep.
From the same point before, about 165.
Okay.
Just got to grab a different scanner and have a look at something.
It's been a week now since the tune and I've been back in Mildura enjoying the changes that I've seen in the car, and believe me, the changes are quite noticeable. All I can say is what's happened to the car is it's opened it up to be basically what I think to how it should have been from factory. There's more turbo noise, you can hear them spooling up when I'm not even accelerating that hard. There's more pops when upshifting and more burbling when downshifting. The acceleration is really impressive. It wasn't bad before, but now you can really feel the difference. And rather than you just listening to me talk about it, here's some videos of it.
Look at this dickhead on his way back, playing with his toys. What an amateur child. Yeah.
So let's get down to the details, because the most common question I've been getting is what sort of power I'm making now. Pretty understandable and a reasonable thing to be asking. And rather than me just talk to you about a bunch of different figures, I'll just chuck this up right here. You're probably thinking why there wasn't much of an increase in terms of the power. And that's where we run into our first of several issues to do with the car. It wasn't the first, but it was one of several. Now I'm going to be reiterating what the mechanic told me and to the best of my abilities to go over it again. Basically we encountered a trouble code within the car to do with the Vanos system and boost control. This in turn somehow impinged on the car reaching its true potential. And I'm not making excuses here, this was the case. And I later on asked the mechanic, what could have I achieved? And he said, well, I've done similar mods on the cars with the exact same engine and they've reached up to 230. So, a bit of a difference from the 207. So, I'm going to have to be taking it back there later to get this sort of stuff figured out and fixed up. And maybe I could get it back on the dyno to get a more conclusive run. So that was one of the issues. The first one that we had to face, or they had to face in particular, was, as explained earlier, the pipes weren't even fitting. And I wasn't annoyed at the mechanic, I wasn't annoyed at the car, mechanics I should say, there was more than one working on it. I was actually quite frustrated with the supplier of the pipes because they explained that it would be fitting a perfect fit, it's never a perfect fit, that it would easily fit, I should say, a BMW 335i, the N54, the twin turbo, and they didn't. Both of them, I believe, needed to be molded to be made to fit. They weren't even connecting up with the existing pipes. The final issue was probably the one that was the most devastating because it was the last minute. They told me, well, they rolled up in my car at the front and they said, here's the keys, enjoy. And when I got into it, I started it up and all of a sudden it was a really rough idle. And I knew what it was straight away. It was misfiring. So I brought it back around, all the way around to the back of the shop, and I explained, this has got to be fixed. I can't travel, obviously, back home an hour and a half with it running like this. And they were really, really good about it because they only had an hour left of work before they finished up for the weekend, and they smashed it out, getting it back to running perfectly. Turns out this extra power from the tune and whatnot made an already existing problem arise, which was that the weak spark and the coil packs were on the way out. This job took the entire 2 days when I was down at Renmark and cost enough. The guys at the Renmark Auto Service did a brilliant job with my car, and I'd recommend this sort of work to anyone else that has a 335i just to open it up a bit, as you'll really feel the difference. That's it for this video. I'm going to go out and enjoy my money pit some more. I hope you all enjoyed this upload, and I'll catch you all later.